Hi, my name is Nat, and today I'm going to recap what I did for Art Fight, which just means showing you my drawing for Art Fight and talking about the process. For those who don't know, Art Fight is an annual trading game, yada yada, split into two teams, you draw other people OC, you get points, you get it. I don't want to explain it. This year, I'm on the Stardust team, and for every Art Fight, I always give myself the goal of making more art than the previous year, which I didn't beat for the last 2 years, which is 5 drawings. Did I beat it this year? Well, you just gotta stay tuned and find out. So the first attack I did was for Mortuary Wolf. I drew their OC Rosalina, a werewolf girl. For the drawing, I wanted to show off her hand, or like show off her claws. Like put the hand in a pose where you can see their claws and the hand. I'm really proud of the hand. I don't know how they turned out that good, but like pretty proud of myself. The liner is just my typical liner. I wish I made the tail more fluffy, but oh well. And as always, I'm always confused when I'm shading drawings because I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I'm still trying to figure that out, honestly. I will say this drawing I it turns out too dark. I made the shading too dark at some point that it kind of covers my liner. But I think it still turns out nice. But just I need type some style of shading that can fit my liner style. Alright, despite me rambling about my shading, it did actually turn out pretty nice. It's not bad, but I just wish I could complement my liner a bit more. But anyway, I kind of like the shading here, even though it is too dark. Makes it look like she's at a club, but it still looks nice. I like the harsh lighting I gave her. Anyway, here she is, Rosalina, the final drawing. Even though I did like ramble about the shading, but I still like it. I think it's still very nice. The second attack is for Calvizone. Calvizone. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Calvizone's character's Moxie, which is this cute little guy. Okay, so I was like 2 weeks behind when I finished the first attack, so I needed something more simpler because the next few drawing there's some I go pretty ambitious with the next few drawing, I'll be honest. Anyway, here's the little guy. I keep it simple with my thick liner and cell shading. I'll be honest, I forgot to add more like the shading with the liner, the hatching with the liner. But I was already done, so I just left it like that. I kept the color pretty bright because the reference is bright and it's something different than I usually draw. And I quite like it. I added some grass for him to sit on, and that's it. And that's Moxie. The third deck is for Mayfiar. Mayfiar. Again, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Character Janzo. Huh. Just a lot of names I don't know how to say. For this one, I decided to do a background. By that I mean like just drew a sofa in an extreme perspective. Also, I don't know why I drew the red ribbon part separately. I honestly don't remember why I did that, but I mean, it turns out fine. I quite like it. Again, wish I could have done more. Like, I wish I could have done more for each one of these drawings, that I just didn't manage my time properly again. And that's what we end up with. Still very happy with it. Still a very big improvement from before. And I'm pretty happy with the drawing. There it is. Genzo. Genzo. Yeah. And the fourth attack is for lemon ice cream. Lemon ice cream character Oster. Oster, yeah. This one I'm just mad about. It's not bad. It's just I got nothing to say about it. You know, it's just a painted portrait. So you guys can enjoy some elevator music for this speed paint. The fifth attack is for Photinus. Character Brida. Brida? This one is another big one. And then I am yet again disappointed by my shading. This one I was inspired by like tarot cards or those trying with the pretty frames. Okay, for the liner, I'm like really happy with how it turns out. It looks really nice. And I really like the frames. Like, the frame is like half baked, but it's good enough. But I just didn't have enough time to shade it properly. I had like 3 hours left, so I just had to do my usual quick multiply layer shading, and it just didn't turn out how I wish it could have been. I wish I could have spent more time on it, but oh well. You know, I'm still pretty happy with how it turns out. Just can't help but wonder how better it could have been, you know? But still, as I said, I'm still very happy with the drawing, and I'm glad I drew it, and I'm still proud of it, even though I don't quite like the shading, but the rest of it, I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty proud of myself. The last attack I did is for Shiver Shark character's Sire. This one is very last minute. I had like 2 hours to spare. For this drawing, I wanted to emphasize how big the character tail was, so I did a bird's eye, bird's eye view perspective on it, so that you can see the whole tail. I I just realized the drawing is like half tail and then half the body. I did struggle a bit on the back of the head and how the ears will look from that perspective, but I figured it out in the end, It looks fine. The shading is also pretty simple. I just used the multiply layer and slapped some gradient maps on it. Even though this drawing was very rushed, I really like the way it turns out, and I'm pretty happy with myself. So, I did it. I beat my record from 2021, which was 3 years ago. Yippee! Despite all my ramblings in the drawing and complaining about shading, I'm still pretty proud of myself and how much I've improved the last few years. Like, I'm pretty happy with all these drawings. But that does mean I need to draw 7 character next year. Yay!